Just a short video on something that can happen in terms of the idiot lights with these Voltcraft laboratory power supply transformers, specifically when running them on American 240 volts. Because you'll note that the thing on its front panel has a pair of neon indicator lamps. Technically that one's a kind of low intensity discharge mercury fluorescent lamp, but people call them neon because there's a little bit of neon in the gas fuel as well. And the reason that it has the two idiot lights, one red and one green, is because this is a German transformer. If you didn't already tell that by the fact it's a Spartransformator, which meine Deutsch ist Scheiß, so it's a something power transformer. And the standard receptacle in Germany for mains 230 volt applications is what's known as a Schuko, which is that. The German variant of it, where the grounding is through that pair of exposed metal fingers on the top and bottom of the receptacle, is inherently non-polarized. So you can stick a receptacle in, or a plug in this receptacle, and you don't necessarily know that either the quote-unquote hot or the neutral aren't reversed. And that's what these idiot lights do. If the receptacle is reversed, the red light will light up, and then you know, hey, you need to reverse the plug. The reason for that is because there is a NEMA 515 receptacle on the front of this transformer. Of course, it's only connected to the 115 volt winding. And the reason this is important is because the neutral in this is connected in common with the neutral on the supply. If you have that reversed, the quote-unquote neutral of this thing is going to be floating at about 230 to 200, well, not even floating, it's going to be hard connected to 230 to 240 volts. And that could present an electrocution risk for, obvious reasons. And so if the red light lights up, hey, you need to reverse the plug in the receptacle that's feeding this. However, because this is running on American 240 volts, you'll note that both lights are lit up. If you have one of these transformers, you're running on American 240 volts, specifically for this case, that is perfectly normal. Because the way each of these lights is wired up is the green light is connected from line to ground, the red one's connected from neutral to ground. Because both the inputs of this, the quote-unquote line and the quote-unquote neutral, are at 120 volts with respect to ground, both of the lamps light up. So if you see that and you're running this on American 240 volts, specifically, that's perfectly fine.